What motivates someone to betray trust?
Trust, social relationships, and betrayal are fundamental parts of everyday life. We are dependent on other people, and we expect others to behave in particular ways. You can see how complex social needs develop through the aging process. Young children have no choice but to trust parents or caregivers to look after them, whereas teenagers and adults can form their own trust agreements. Trust agreements occur in everyday life, between couples in a relationship who decide they like each other more than everyone else and aim to tackle life together, maybe have kids one day. But the risk is someone else may come along. In the present context, betrayal can be defined as the breaking of a trust agreement which has mutually known expectations, violates those expectations, and causes harm. Ellengoven and Shapiro propose 3 distinct types of betrayal: accidental, intentional, and opportunistic. We're going to focus on opportunistic, which is when a trust agreement is voluntarily violated, following reasoned analysis of a scenario. For instance, stealing cash because it wasn't reconciled at the end of the day. Motivation is a construct used to explain what initiates, maintains, and ceases behavior, and also to explain why it varies in its intensity. We've discussed social needs and that we're motivated to trust other people for positive and adaptive purposes. Now we're going to consider 2 other perspectives, biological and cognitive. Oxytocin is a naturally occurring neuropeptide and a hormone found in the human body and other non-human animals. It's been identified as having a central role mediating social approach and pro-social behaviors. Interestingly, researchers have also found that oxytocin plays a role recovering from a betrayal of trust by facilitating pro-social behaviors and down-regulating signals from emotional brain structures such as the amygdala. This suggests the role of oxytocin helps us to adapt to breaches of trust, which is likely to be evolutionarily important as it simulates social inclusion and approach rather than social withdrawal and avoidance. A process model of opportunistic betrayal by Ellengoven and Shapiro works towards a generalized theory of how trust agreements are violated. They propose a model with 5 separate processes. First of all, a trigger to review the trust agreement, which can be anything, a physiological drive or psychological process, or an opportunity that's presented itself. A cognitive evaluation, do the benefits outweigh the costs? A review of the current agreement, is the current agreement less beneficial? How badly will I be penalized for breaking the current trust agreement? What are the chances of being detected? And then overall, is there more to gain from breaking the trust agreement? Trusting people and breaking trust are normal parts of everyday life. The 2 key take-home messages are, effectively anything can initiate a betrayal of trust, and if expectations are higher than the current benefits of a trust agreement, be warned. For more information, see the links in the description.